Ivan Petrovich had spent his entire life in the northern forest. Like his father and grandfather before him, he was a keeper of the land, a man who understood the language of snow, wind, and animal tracks better than human speech. The forest was his home, and he respected it like a living being. One early spring, nearly 6 years ago, Ivan found something that changed his life. Near a destroyed den, half hidden beneath broken branches, lay a wolf cub weak, trembling, and barely breathing. The mother was gone, and the forest had already passed its silent judgment. Alone, the cub had no chance. Ivan stood for a long time, rifle hanging uselessly at his side. Then he sighed, wrapped the small bundle in his coat, and carried it home. He named the cub Ash. Ivan grew older, and his world became smaller. His greatest joy was his granddaughter Lena. She laughed easily, asked endless questions, and loved the forest almost as much as he did. One winter afternoon, Lena went to collect bright red berries near a frozen creek. "Don't stay long," Ivan warned. "The weather is turning. I'll be quick," she called back. But evening fell, and Lena did not return. The wind howled. Snow thickened the air. Fear tightened around Ivan's chest. He grabbed his coat and lantern, ready to search, when a heavy thump struck the cabin door. Ivan froze. Outside, at the edge of lantern light, stood a massive gray wolf. His fur was thick with snow, and a familiar scar crossed his ear. At his feet lay a small red mitten. Ivan's breath caught. Lena's mitten. "Where is she?" Ivan whispered, though he knew the wolf could not answer. The wolf turned, picked up the mitten gently, and trotted into the storm, pausing, looking back. Ivan followed. The forest fought him every step. Snow filled his boots, branches tore at his face, but the gray shape ahead never vanished. The wolf slowed when the path grew difficult, guiding the old man carefully. At last they reached a narrow ravine. The wolf stopped and lifted his head, releasing a low, calling howl. Ivan slid down the slope, and there she was. Lena lay beneath a fallen pine, curled tightly, barely moving. Beside her lay another wolf, younger and smaller, pressed against the child, sharing warmth, refusing to leave. Ivan lifted his granddaughter into his arms. She was cold but alive. Above them, the gray wolf stood silently, watching. Ivan raised his lantern toward the sky, not in fear, not in anger, but in gratitude. "Thank you, old friend," he whispered. The wolf lowered his head once, then turned and vanished into the snow. Every year since that night, Ivan leaves food at the far edge of the forest, not as payment, but as respect. Because the forest remembers kindness, and sometimes it returns it.